Hey guys, what's up, what's happening? You got the King of Games 98 here at your service. How y'all doing? Hope y'all are doing good and staying safe. And I am very hype and excited to test this and to make this video because it has been quite a long time since I did any new Neo Geo related videos on my YouTube channel. And I saw this a little bit ago, and I said, the next time I go back to that store, if it's still there, I'm going to buy it. And I did. I'm a man of my word, ladies and gentlemen, and without further ado, this is going to be an unboxing and a live testing video at the same time. Now, I will be perfectly honest with you guys. I am not the biggest Hyperkin fan. Now, years ago, I used to be a pretty big fan of theirs. However, over the years, I've become hit or miss with liking them and their quality of their products and certain products that they put out. For instance, before I had my Retron 5, I had their Hyperkin Retro Entertainment System NES top loader. That was not HDMI out. It had AV out, and it wasn't really full red, yellow, and white AV. It was only yellow and white, so that was what? Video and audio left? Yeah. Let me tell you something. That thing worked for a time, but the picture and sound quality that came out of that was absolute garbage. Then I get my Retron 5. I fall in love with the Retron 5. However, my first Retron 5, keyword is my first, was defective out of the box. And I had to get a second one and return it to the store my dad bought it from for me for my birthday. Yeah. Now, the second one has worked perfectly fine, and I've owned it ever since, and I still own it and use it daily. But aside from that, their quality is just very hit or miss to me. Like, I feel the same way that I do with Hyperkin about the company Retrobit. Or you know what? Actually, no. I'm sorry. The Retro Entertainment System NES top loader I talked about in the beginning was not made by Hyperkin. That was made by Retrobit. I'm sorry. That was not made by Hyperkin. Let me make that perfectly clear. I acknowledge that. My mistake. But what I did tell you about my Retron 5, that did actually happen. And for the record, that wireless controller that comes with the console is the biggest piece of shit of a controller I have ever attempted to use. But that's besides the point. So anyway, I'm very hesitant, if you will, when it comes to Hyperkin products and Retrobit products. But I saw this and I said, you know what? I want to try it because I love my Neo Geo AES and I love my Neo Geo CD. So I thought, how cool would it be to be able to hook them up to modern HD TVs with a 720p resolution and provides crisp audio? Well, we will be the judge of that. So I bought this at a local video game store I go to called All Things Video Games. They're located in Clementon, New Jersey. And I bought this last Friday, not this past Friday of this week, but Friday of last week for $35.99. I didn't think that was too bad because online I noticed they were anywhere from $30 to $40 depending on which console you get. And yeah. So I know that these HDTV upscaler cables require a power supply because it says right on the back here, includes a 6-foot micro USB cable. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that, and I'm going to be very curious and interested to see if having this powered via its own power supply, if that's going to cause an interference in audio, and if it's going to come out sounding like crap, or if it's actually going to come out sounding good. And why I say an interference with audio is because, okay, you'll have to forgive me, guys. I don't remember the name of the company that makes this. I don't remember if it's Tomy or if it's Retrobit. Actually, it might be Retrobit. You know what? I think it is Retrobit now that I think about it. Retrobit makes an AC adapter power supply. It's a brick power supply with 2 cables coming out of it. One is for Super Nintendo and the other is for Sega Genesis. I don't know what they made in that brick power supply, but every time I've used one for testing a console or for selling a console purposes, there is interference with the audio when it comes out of the speakers in my TV. And what do I mean by interference? I mean a low hum. And I know to the average person, not hardcore gamer, they're not going to notice that, but I do. I do notice these things. And on top of that, the freaking brick power supply emits a low hum too out of the damn thing itself. I strongly do not recommend using those power supplies at all, because when I hooked up, like, say my Super Nintendo with the actual OEM power supply, Nintendo brand one, the low hum in the audio is gone. It's not even there. So, yeah. I'm going to be very curious and interested to see how this works. And you know, if I guess really I made this purchase to see if this is a good quality product or not, basically. And then, judging by my review and thoughts of it, I figured I would make this little unboxing / review video, and then therefore you, the viewer, yes you, hi, and potentially subscriber or potential new subscriber, hi, to my channel, you can make the decision for yourself if this is a good product that you think you should buy and invest in, or if you don't think it's a good quality product and you should stay away from and avoid like the plague. So, yeah. Okay, well, the cable itself, just judging by the picture on the outer box, it looks like a very thick, quality-made cable. So I'm like, I got a good, oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. That's a pretty thick cable. That's a sturdy, thick cable. That's like actually pretty well made. Oh, and what else is in it? The heck else is in this? What is this? A quick start guide? Really? What is this? Yeah, live well. Yeah. Play well. Yeah. So what the heck does this guide actually say? Connect anything into anything on your HDTV. Plug the other end to the AV out on your console. Attach the included micro USB cable to the HDTV. Wait. What? To a 5-volt, 1-amp USB power source not included to provide external power. Before powering on your console, make sure the aspect ratio is configured on your HDTV. Moving the switch to the left position indicates a 4:3 ratio. Moving the switch to the right position indicates a 16:9 ratio. Power on your console and you're all set. Now, one of the features that are listed on the box was an aspect ratio switch, which I found intriguing, as it states right there. Come on. There we go. Why is it not focusing? A 4:3 and a 16:9 aspect ratio switch. I find that very interesting because, again, Normally, for me personally, I do not like using these upscaler converter cables on retro consoles because it stretches out the picture and it makes it look like shit. It makes it look distorted. It makes it look blurry. It can even affect the audio quality too. So I don't know if this is going to be like that or if it might actually be good. I don't know, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna put you guys down here for a minute while I rip this bag open. Okay. HD cable for Neo Geo AES CD. What the hell? Okay, well it's got a nice plastic made in China smell for starters. And the micro USB cable, it's not even a USB-C. It's a freaking micro USB cable. Oh god, I didn't know companies still even made these. I mean, this is a pretty lengthy cable and, oh, here, what am I doing? Let me show you. It's a pretty lengthy cable and it's a pretty sturdy, well-made looking cable on top of that, but okay, is it just me or do you guys see the scratch marks on this? On the box part of this HD converter cable, there is scratches on this, and I literally just opened it. I did not do those because upon taking it out of that baggie, they were already there. So what the heck? You know, this was freaking $35, Hyperkin. Now, there's vents there for the box because that's where you plug in the power supply for it. So that leaves me to wonder if this is going to add a low humming noise to the audio out of that beauty. I don't know. We're going to see. Maybe I just wasted money. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Oh, and there's the aspect ratio switch. Whoops. Focus. Yeah. There's that. And apparently that's a little light too. Oh my god, yeah. Look at the scratches on this thing. I'm like kind of starting to question whether this was really brand new or not. That's kind of crazy. Okay. I'm gonna set up this HD converter cable onto my AES right here with my tiny little LCD TV, and then we're gonna pop in Sam Show 2. Okay, guys, thank you for waiting. So it is all set up now on my AES and on this little TV. Samurai Showdown 2 is inserted in. I'm going to show you guys the back of what this all looks like. I know this looks like a lot. I know, trust me. But it is all on a surge protector. So we got the TV's plug, AES power supply, and that's the power supply I'm using for the HD converter cable. So as you can see, the power light on the converter cable is on. I have it set to the 4:3 aspect ratio, and it is plugged in via HDMI. So we are going to fire up the TV here. We're going to have to change it to HDMI. I think it's input 3. We're going to make sure that it's input 3. Is that what this says? Input 3. Yes, it does. Okay, so it is set to the HDMI port. Samurai Showdown 2 is inserted. Here goes, moment of truth. Okay. That's probably not the HD converter cable, it's probably the cart. Hold on. All right. Guys, down for a sec. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Alright, hold on. Alright, we're gonna get this. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Picture looks great. The picture looks... Oh my god, that looks amazing. The sound is kind of low because I purposely have it set to low because, you know, I figured if I tried speaking over it and it's really loud, you know, that's not going to go well. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so crispy. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so the couple of tries that it didn't work, it was not the HD upscaler cable's fault, it was the game card. Oh my god. This looks really damn good. Now again, this is set to the 4:3 aspect ratio, and now this is a tiny LCD screen, mind you. But even so, not taking up the full screen, it still looks really good. Like, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed so far, guys. Wow. Okay, I'm going to shut this off, and then I'm going to set it to the 16:9 aspect ratio, turn it back on, and I want to see the difference in the screen ratio. Okay, so we're gonna okay, so the console is off currently. The TV is still on. I have the switch set to the 16:9 aspect ratio now, and now we're going to see how that screen ratio looks, aspect ratio looks now. Okay, is that going to take up the full screen? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, wow. Okay. This looks really nice taking up the full screen, at least of this little small LCD TV I have. But on the BIOS boot up screen, you know, where it does the dun 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 and says Neo Geo Max 330 Mega Pro Gear spec, I did notice the word Neo Geo looked stretched. And what do I mean when I say look stretched? Well, I mean that it looked like the logo was stretched to fit the 16:9 aspect ratio. And you see, that's what I was afraid of using this upscaler cable. However, the fact that it has an aspect ratio toggle switch built in. Oh, here. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's not it. No. Here, you know what? I'm just going to reset it. Hold on. Okay. That looks stretched out to me. Okay. That was the first indication that it was kind of stretched to me. But like the rest of it, like the game playing, looks perfectly fine to me though. Like, I'm not noticing like a big issue with the screen aspect ratio, with the audio. Wow. Like, the Sam Show 2 logo, that doesn't look stretched out to me. This looks perfectly fine on the main menu screen, and it looks like it was just made to fit the 16:9 aspect ratio, which happens to fit the whole LCD TV screen. So I think, wow, I actually think this looks really damn good in the 60. You know what? I think both aspect ratio settings look really nice on AES games. Now, I'm kind of even wondering, because I was going to hook up my, you know what, now, I might as well. I took the time to pull it out. I got my Neo Geo CD sitting right over there. I might as well hook it up with it just to show you guys what a game looks like running on this upscaler cable, although I can't really imagine. I can't really imagine that it's going to look that much different from the AES, because most of the Neo Geo CD's game library is AES games ported over to the CD. But for the sake of argument's sake and poops and giggles and for the sheer damn curiosity, I'm just going to hook it up. So I'm going to put you guys down for a minute and we're going to get this hooked up. Okay, guys, thank you for waiting. This is my Model 2 Neo Geo CD. It is a Japan import region, and it is all hooked up to this TV. The game we're going to test with it is Real Bout Fatal Fury, because I figured since I did a Samurai Showdown game on the AES, we'll do a different game for the CD. Now, for the HD upscaler cable, I reset the switch back to the 4:3 aspect ratio? Yeah. So I want to see how this looks running in HD, or 720p HD anyway, with the 4:3 aspect ratio. Huh. Oh, there we go. That was a little weird. It didn't do anything for a couple seconds there. Oh shoot, I do gotta plug in the controller. Whoops! Here was me thinking I could get away with not plugging in the controller. Okay, so first load screen. This is going to be a little slow, guys. I apologize, but this behemoth did not have a very fast disk drive installed in it. Not until the third revision of the Neo CD, which is called the Neo Geo CD-Z, which was a top loader, and it has a double speed disk drive or something like that in it. That was stock by SNK, and it's the best model. It cuts these load times down substantially, but it was only released in Japan, so buying one is very expensive. Okay, and there's Real Bout. Now, again, this is the 4:3? This is the 4:3 aspect ratio. This is not filling up the whole screen. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it actually looks fine just like that, the way it is. Yeah. I want to see if it'll do a... Oh, and now we have another loading screen. Oh, I love how he said that. Real battle, Garo Densetsu. Yeah, no, I think this 4:3 aspect ratio looks really, really, really good. And I'm just gonna do the same thing like what I did with the AES. I'm gonna let this play for a few minutes, turn it off, switch it to the 16:9 aspect ratio, turn it back on, and let it play out a demo. I can't even tell you guys last time I used my Neo Geo CD. Well, at least it still seems to be working perfectly fine. Thank God for that. Because I know the laser lens in these is prone to fail in the disk drive. So, thank God it seems like mine's still good. Man, I'll tell you what, the colors look crisp. The pixel sprites look crisp. The sound sounds great. I'll tell you what, I'm starting to really like this. I think this was a good buy. Now, I do want to mention this before I forget about it. When I was inserting the end of the cable that goes into the console into my Neo Geo CD, I don't know if it's... I'm thinking it's probably the cable, because the cable's a brand new cable. It was a little, how do I say this? It was a little hard getting it into the console, and I guess that was just because it's a brand new cable. You know, it's a little stiff, I guess, if you will. But other than that, yeah, no, this is working great. It looks great. It sounds great, and I'm actually really glad I bought this. We're gonna let this other fight load, and then after this fight, I'm gonna turn it off, switch the aspect ratio to 16:9, and we're gonna let it play again. We're just gonna let it do a demo, and I just want to see how it looks with that. And then that's really gonna do it for this video. I will give my final thoughts and opinions on this HD converter cable, and that's gonna be it, really. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna turn this bad boy off, and I'm gonna switch the aspect ratio from 4:3 to 16:9. We're gonna fire back up. Okay. The image doesn't look... The image looks perfectly... Actually, it looks perfectly fine. It looks perfectly fine to me like that. I don't notice anything stretched out. Any images look off to me. Yeah, that actually looks fine to me. So prior to this HD upscaler cable, when I hooked up my Neo Geo CD to go to use it, I would just use regular old AV cables, because what's nice about the Neo CD, you have like what? You have 3 different ways of hooking this console up. Two of them are just AV out, but you see the one is the straight red, yellow, white ports. Then the other is SNK's unique port for the AV out. And then the third port is actually an S-Video port, which S-Video, if you don't know, is a step up or a step above AV out. So it's better picture, better sound quality, all that. Okay, so this is Real Bout Fatal Fury in the 16:9 aspect ratio. I think it looks fine. I actually think, because I'm remembering how the games would look on my Neo CD when hooked up with just regular AV cables, and it looked like that pretty much. So we're just gonna do the demo again. We're just gonna let it play. But yeah, I'm not really noticing any issues here. Yeah, this looks perfectly fine to me. If not the same exact way it looks when I hook it up and use it with AV cables. So honestly, I'm not seeing or noticing any difference in video or sound either. This looks great. Honestly, this looks really good even in the 16:9 aspect ratio. Wow. Okay. I'm really freaking happy and glad I bought this. Because I like the fact and ability that in 2024 we exist in the retro gaming community. We exist with the technology and means to be able to hook up this console from 1995, 96 to this isn't really a modern, but okay. Okay, so for reference, it's crazy to me to think that we exist in a world where I can hook up this console from 1995, 96 to my living room's 65-inch LG 4K flat screen TV, or my LG 43-inch flat screen 4K HD, 43-inch 4K flat screen LG TV in the downstairs in my game room in the nerd cave. I can hook it up to that. Hell, I could even hook it up to my damn bedroom TV. My bedroom TV is a Samsung 32-inch LCD flat screen. And, this just kind of, after I bought this converter cable, this thought hit me too. If I really, really wanted to, I could bring either my Neo CD or my AES over to friends' houses and be able to hook it up to their modern TVs too. And, play classic, original Neo Geo games, still on original hardware, upscaled to 720p HD on flat screen 4K modern TVs. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I am now a fan. I am now a fan of Hyperkin's HDTV cable. All right, so we're gonna power this off. I am now definitely a fan of this cable, and I'm just gonna put you guys down for 1 second, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts and opinions on this converter cable. Okay, guys, we are now coming to the end of this rather long video, and I apologize for this video being as long as it is, but at the same time, I feel like this was a really good unboxing, review, and in-depth, well, review, really, of this HD converter cable. And, you know, what do I think of it? Well, here goes. I actually really like this. I actually really like this. And I literally had it powered with my Motorola turbocharger brick. I really like this. And you know what? I'm actually very shocked and surprised at how much I do like this. And for the $36 that I paid for it, I'm more than okay and happy with this purchase. And as a matter of fact, he actually did a double. I want to see if I can remove this one and see what the old no, maybe it's not going to do it. Okay, well, I want to see if I can separate the two and see if I paid more than what it originally was. Nope. I actually paid exactly the same. If you can make that out. Still $35.99. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah. I honestly really like this product by Hyperkin, and am very thoroughly impressed with how good it is. And so, like I said, now I have an actual legitimate way of hooking up my Neo Geo AES and Model 2 Neo Geo CD to HD modern TVs running at 720p HD. And so, like, on original hardware. So, like, if I really wanted to, I could play Neo Geo games on original hardware at home, or I could bring them over to a friggin' friend's house and be able to play it on original hardware on a modern day TV. That is freaking amazing, and for that, I really do like this product. I would actually recommend it, and I think it's worth the money. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some purists watching this video who are angrily typing away and like, it distorts the picture, it compromises the sound, it stretches out the ratio, the aspect ratio when it's 16:9. Okay. Look, if you're a purist, then obviously this isn't going to be for you. I'm just going to say it right here, right now. It's not going to be for you. I am not a purist. I am a Neo Geo lover and enthusiast, and I love the fact that this is a simple, easy to use upscaler cable that I can hook up my Neo Geo AES and CD to modern flat screen TVs in 2024. I love that I'm able to do that. Okay, so if you don't like that, or you don't like how this works, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to say you're wrong, or that you're a hypocrite, whatever. That's perfectly fine. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. I used to not like that phrase, but after encountering a lot of people and not nice things being said, I started to like that phrase. So, to each his own. So, yeah, I love this cable. I think that was $36 well spent, and I would recommend it. I would totally recommend it. Thank you so much for watching this. This is a very long video, but if you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know down below in the comment section if you have any experience with Hyperkin's brand of HDTV converter cables. And if so, what are your thoughts on them? I would love to know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And of course, thank you for watching and take care.